Playback A sound full with music, and then straight up to camera 2 at the Flomo. 15.
Out, Michael.
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sound A up.
I would be pretty mad, like, if somebody changed my grades like that, because, like, I'm a straight A student.
Right now on WNCN, grades hacked. Seniors at a Cary High School targeted as they send off transcripts for college admission. This is a developing story we first broke today on WNCN.com. Good evening. I'm Sean Maroney.
And I'm Sharon Tazwell. Right now, we know this investigation centered at Panther Creek High School, and it involves school officials and Cary police. Panther Creek's principal notified parents today that their information could be compromised. WNCN's Michael Hyland tracking every development in this case from Wake County School headquarters in Cary.
As far as the timeline on this goes, administrators here at Wake County Schools would only say the breach happened at some point in the last month. An employee at Panther Creek noticed a problem when reviewing student data and reached out to the school's information services. Then they contacted Cary police to investigate. Administrators said they notified the community today because police are now far enough along in their investigation to allow for that. Panther Creek's principal says a few students' grades were impacted, as well as the class rank system for most seniors. Administrators are still in the process of correcting those class ranks. Some students were worried about what happened.
Sound white. Pretty super
Actually, it concerns me a lot because I know I have high grades, and if that happened and something happened to my grades, that could affect a lot of things for me.
We routinely review the student data, and the best way to ensure that data remains accurate is that we are looking at it and comparing it to what data previously looked like.
Cary police declined to comment other than to confirm they were investigating. And coming up new at 7, I'll have more on what the school system is doing to make sure that something like this does not happen at other schools in the county. Live in Wake County, Michael Hyland, WNCN News.
The man police say is behind a Raleigh crime spree involving rape, break-ins, and killing a pawn shop owner faced a Wake County judge for the first time today. Authorities had captured Kendrick Gregory in New York in early September and immediately extradited him back to Wake County. WNCN's Steve Sprazier was in the courtroom today, and he joins us live at the Mr. Pawn check cashing on Capitol Boulevard, where customers are still honoring the victim in this case. Steve?
That's right, John. Even though this business is now closed and gone forever, take a look at the wall over here, the front window. Things written here like, Mr. Pawn, thank you for your wisdom. Love the respect. Thanks, Tom. And R.I.P., Mr. Pawn. All of this and dozens more messages left here by the community for Thomas Mr. Pawn Durand, a man who police say was killed by somebody with a long criminal record.
Sound B, take.
Kendrick Gregory walked in eyeing his attorney as Thomas Durand's family watched from their courtroom seats. The 21-year-old had fought extradition for weeks, facing a litany of charges from kidnapping to rape to murder, much of it happening during a 48-hour crime spree last August here in Raleigh, before he was caught in New York City driving what police say was a stolen automobile. Today, Thomas Durand's family declined comment, but one man who'd come to court to see the suspect couldn't keep his emotions in check when he talked about Kendrick Gregory.
I don't know anything about his past or what he's done. All I know is a very good friend of mine was killed. That's all I care about. I don't care about what happens to him. I really don't.
Mike, he's up.
Coming up at 7 o'clock, we're going to have more on how the community is reacting to the return of Kendrick Gregory to face justice here in North Carolina. Again, that's coming up at 7. Join me then, please. For now, I'm Steve Sprazier, WNCN News.
New information tonight in the murder case of a Raleigh teenager. Documents obtained by WNCN show at least 2 of the teens arrested in connection with shooting 13-year-old Keyshawn Gregory admitted to being on scene or nearby when shots were fired back in August. 19-year-old Malik Jones is charged with murder. 19-year-old Jamal Howie and 18-year-old Jonathan Chavez both face accessory charges. The warrants obtained show both Howie and Chavez admitted to being nearby. And the governor's office and the Department of Public Safety are releasing documents to WNCN. They go into more detail about certain prison maintenance contracts where some are questioning if proper procedures were followed.
According to the News and Observer, this case is catching the attention of FBI agents. WNCN's political reporter Bo Minnick joins us in the studio with what's revealed in these documents. Bo?
Sean and Sharon, the governor's office released a transcript where McCrory says he has not spoken with the FBI about a meeting that took place, but he did not answer whether anyone on his staff has, only saying that they would be open to doing so. In public and in transcripts, Governor McCrory says he and his administration did things the right way and have nothing to hide. At issue, the extension of prison maintenance contracts with Charlotte company, the Keith Corporation. Documents obtained by WNCN show Department of Public Safety Secretary Frank Perry and State Budget Director Lee Roberts disagreed about whether the state should renew the contracts late last year. They were at odds about whether it would save the state money. Now documents show there was a meeting on October 28th of last year with the governor, Graham Keith, chairman of the corporation, and Perry, among others. In a memo of notes taken from that meeting, Keith is said to have told the room that he had been working on private prison maintenance for 10 years and during that time had given a lot of money to candidates running for public office, and it was now time for him to get something in return. The governor's office gave WNCN a transcript of an interview with the N&O. McCrory said, "My secretary informed me that was said probably while I was in a side conversation, and I don't know if it was said to the whole table or not, but I did not hear it." The governor says if he did hear that comment, he would have walked out. He says he wanted to have the meeting to resolve a dispute between a contractor and DPS. DPS Secretary Perry released a statement saying the administration acted properly. The Keith Corporation tells us DPS's concerns are part of a campaign to eliminate privatization. You can see their full statement on this story on WNCN.com. Bo Minnick, WNCN News.
Meanwhile, the State Ethics Commission says Governor McCrory did not violate any laws related to a pair of complaints filed earlier this year. One said the governor should have included cash and stock he received from Lending Tree, where he served on the board. The other centered on trips he took funded by the Republican Governors Association. Documents on the investigation say the commission did not find probable cause that McCrory violated any laws.
New information tonight about an accident we first told you about on WNCN today. This closed a section of Highway 50 near the 1010 road in Garner for much of the morning. We now know the teenager behind the wheel of the Nissan, 18-year-old Kassam Quassam, is listed in critical condition. Well, troopers say he crossed the center line and hit a truck head-on. That driver is expected to be okay. And people in one Raleigh neighborhood want the speed limit lowered on a stretch of road where a teenager died. State troopers say they have investigated 47 crashes on Forestville Road since January. The latest was Knightdale High School student Tyler Easton. He died when troopers say he crossed the center line and hit a car head-on. Both his family and people who live nearby want the speed limit lowered.
If it's 45, they're going to drive 50, 55. And that's too fast for this road. It's hilly, it's curvy, it's a dangerous road.
And this is not the first time neighbors have raised concerns about this road. Coming up on WNCN News at 7, we'll take a look at what's been done in the past and what's currently being done to improve safety on this road.
A new exhibit opens tomorrow at the North Carolina Museum of History, showcasing the life and legacy of the Reverend Billy Graham. Today we got a sneak peek at the exhibit. It's called North Carolina's Favorite Son, Billy Graham and His Remarkable Journey of Faith. There are video clips and photos of Graham throughout the years.
On behalf of our family, we're very grateful. I know if my father was here, he would say too much Billy Graham. He never even liked having his name on the organization, the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
The exhibit is free and lasts until July 10th. Graham turns 97 on Saturday, and those close to him say while his eyesight and hearing are weakening, his mind is still very sharp. One of the longest-serving senators in North Carolina who helped build a Republican majority plans to retire and will not seek re-election next year. Senator Bob Rucho, a dentist representing the Charlotte area, played a significant role in rewriting the state's tax code. He was first elected in 1996. In a statement, he says his goal was to bring a conservative majority to the State House and leave North Carolina better than when he started.
51 children missing in North Carolina, many of them right here in our area. In a story you'll only see on WNCN. I take you to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, what's being done to help find them, and the challenges experts say they face. Next at 6.
And it finally happened. We saw a little bit of sunshine, and there's more coming tomorrow. But there's more clouds and rain this week, and I'll tell you when the wettest times will be coming up in your forecast.